Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome back. If you are not, my name is Makayla, hence the name of my channel. And on my channel I do lifestyle content, mostly fashion and travel, but you'll get some other things thrown in here and there. And this is Vlogtober. I've noticed that not really a lot of creators are doing Vlogtober like that, which is kind of wild. But one monkey don't stop no show. So in this video, we are going to be doing my top 10 horror movies. If you know me, I love horror movies. Like, that's pretty much all I watch. Don't give me action, don't give me really don't give me romance, don't give me none of that. Just give me horror. So yeah, hopefully one day we could be sponsored by Shudder, because I pay for Shudder. I love horror movies and all that. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's stop all this talking. Let me find this list in all of my 400 notes that I have on my phone. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna start at number 10 with a classic, The Shining. Okay, I watched this years and years ago. So basically, The Shining is about this family. It is a mom, husband, and a son. They go to this hotel for the husband to like get some writing in, because he's an author and he thinks that the peace and quiet will be good for him. And the hotel gets into his head, drives him crazy, and it basically drives him to like go kill his family and all this stuff. So it's so funny that this is on my list, because literally yesterday I watched the movie Doctor Sleep, which I didn't know had anything to do with The Shining. I thought it was like a hero movie, but it was really good. It was kind of sad too, but it was kind of like a sequel to The Shining. It had a lot to do with it. It had to do with the son of the writer. What was his name? I can't remember his name, Mr. something, but it was kind of like a sequel to it. So it was really good. So I definitely recommend you go watch that. But I'm really into psychological movies, so that is kind of like a psychological. It wasn't quite a slasher because he didn't get to kill them. So definitely check out The Shining. It's a classic. Number 9 is 1408. I don't know if a lot of people watched 1408, but growing up, I had the DVD. I think I still might have the DVD. I think I still do. But again, it has to do with a writer, and he's a journalist, and he hears about this room that drives people crazy. And I think he might be at like a plateau where he can't get good content. So he's like, you know what? Since I hear about this room, I bet it's not real. So I'm gonna go see if it's real or not. And guess what he does? He goes to see if it's real, and it's real. And I think he gets out of it by himself. So yeah, it's a good movie. I definitely recommend you go see it. Who's in it? Some really notable actresses. I don't think that's right. Some really notable actors, that's what it is, are in it. So I definitely recommend you go check it out. I'll put the actors that are in it right here, because you don't know their face. I just don't know their name to save my life. Number 8, y'all know this one, Us. Us was crazy. It makes you really wonder, like, now every time I look in the mirror, I never thought about this before, but now every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, is that me or is there somebody behind that mirror in an alternate world? Like, it's creepy, but it was a good one. But it kind of made me mad at the end where you realize it was really the switch person that was in the real world, you know? But I also wonder how the real world restored back to its normal self, because the alternate people were killing everybody. So wasn't everybody dead to begin with? I don't know. They didn't answer those questions. Okay, number 7 is Get Out. If you're a black person, first of all, if you're black, you better see it, Get Out. And also, if you're black, this movie was really scary because I could really see myself in that situation. And you just find yourself like around, like, am I safe in this situation? Like, if you go to a country type of place, you like, is this one of them situations or am I safe? Is this gonna turn into Get Out real quick? I know I've been in a couple situations where I'm like, are y'all about to hypnotize me? Like, what's tea? So yeah, but Get Out was really good. I'm glad he got out. And I'm glad that his friend was using some black common sense, because he was like, something ain't right. Number 6, y'all. Since I watch a lot of horror movies, not a lot of stuff like scares me. And this movie, it kind of shook me a little bit because it was kind of like real life scary. Like, if you think about it, some of this stuff could be real. Like, you know, I would say it like based on a true story. I'd be like, let's be for real. But Gerald's Game, it kind of shook me a little bit. So basically, Gerald's Game is about this couple. I think one of them might have cheated, one of them might not. But either way, their relationship was a little bit rocky. And so they decide to go to this cabin. It's always a cabin in the damn woods. I don't know if it was a cabin per se, but it was like their vacation home that was like in the middle of nowhere. Their neighbors were like miles away, and the husband was like, yeah, I got the cleaners to come early so they're not going to disturb us and we can have a romantic weekend, blah, blah, blah. So he decides he wants to try something new with some handcuffs. Now, there are handcuffs you can use that have a little clip. It can seem real and all that, but it has a clip so that if anything happens, if you're not feeling it, whatever, you can release a clip and release yourself. Well, in the middle of their rendezvous, he was taking the pink pill. If you know the pink pill, you know the pink pill. So he's on the floor. Sir, you don't love me, because why were you using real handcuffs? Like, that's not even spicy. Like, you're endangering my life. So then she's like trying to get out the handcuffs, and I think they left the door open so a wolf gets in and all types of stuff. I'm definitely spoiling the movie for you, but it's really creepy, and it was more than the wolf. But definitely go watch it. It's really creepy. Number 5 is Terrifier. So I'm not into slasher movies. This is a slasher movie. I'm not into slasher movies, but I do enjoy a slasher movie where the killer gets creative with how they kill the victims. Maybe I'm a little sick. Maybe I'm like, can I say kill? With how the victims, okay? Can you get creative with it? So Terrifier definitely got creative. I was like, how does a person writing the movie even think about that? But they thought of it, and it was pretty sick. It was pretty darn sick. So Terrifier is good. I haven't seen Terrifier 2 yet, but I really do want to see it. It's been out for a long time, but yeah, Terrifier 2 is number 5. Number 4 is Candyman. So I actually put the new one versus the old one. So majority of the movies that they're remaking, I've seen the older ones. So like It, Candyman, there's another one. They haven't remade The Shining. If they remade The Shining, that'd be interesting, but I kind of prefer that they don't. I think that should remain a classic. But I did appreciate how they just made a sequel to The Shining and they didn't remake it. Kudos to them for that. The Candyman, I really did like that. I liked how they told the story. I don't know, they kind of added on to it, the history. They added in like some Black history in there. Like, I just really love Jordan Peele as a Black horror movie director. Like, he finds a way to tell Black history and give Black people a platform, and then he's throwing in like the Black actors and actresses, but he's giving us Black horror, and it's scary and it's complex. I just love Jordan Peele. I'm just like, finally a Black horror movie director. Maybe there's been some in the past, but I don't know. I just feel like he's very refreshing and a breath of fresh air. As a horror movie fanatic, he's a breath of fresh air. Number 3, I actually just recently watched this. This has been out for a while now, but it's Thanksgiving. So this has been on my list, on my Netflix watch list for a minute, but I was like, I just feel like it's gonna be corny. You know, I feel like, first of all, I told y'all I really don't like slasher films like that. Number 1. Number 2, holiday themed horror movies kind of make me nauseous. So slasher plus horror, I'm like, ugh. But when I tell y'all that movie was actually pretty good, it was actually pretty good. They got kind of creative with the way that they, you know, people, so that was cool. But overall, just in general, the script was good. Whoever wrote that script, they need their kudos for that, because it was kind of funny. Like, they included some puns and just some like clever writing that made you laugh. And usually in horror movies, you don't laugh. Like, it's not necessarily serious, but it's like you're on edge, which is what a horror movie's supposed to do. But I found myself like clued into the movie. I'm supposed to be meal prepping and I'm laughing because the puns were just, they were funny. So I definitely recommend that y'all check it out if y'all haven't seen Thanksgiving. It's on Netflix. I don't know where else it may be, but check it out. We are winding down to my last 2. Number 2 necessarily isn't my favorite, but it is the most creepiest in my opinion. So number 2 is Sinister, and this is a psychological horror, and it's just something about a music soundtrack. If you can get the right music soundtrack paired with the right storyline, and it can be really creepy. And I think that Sinister does that perfectly. Those little video clips with the lighting and the characters and the boogeyman. That movie honestly is just so creepy to me. I've seen it a bunch of times, like 1, 2, I think there might be a 3. I've seen those movies a bunch of times and it never fails. Like, it's just so creepy. So I really don't know how to describe the basis storyline of what the movie's about. I think like the boogeyman, possesses the children and he tries to get them to their family. I don't know why. I don't know the whole background story behind that, but I recommend it. It's a good movie. It's very creepy no matter how many times I watch it. You let me know what you think about it, but I don't know. And last but not least, this is my favorite horror movie of all. I could watch this like all the time. I actually just watched it like last week or the week before. I watch it a couple times a year, and this is As Above, So Below. And this is a psychological as well. So basically, this girl's father was on this journey to find this stone that heals people, and he died in the process of trying to find this stone. And so she decides that she's going to continue his legacy and try to find this stone. And so she's like really close, and she needs this team to help her, and she's in like, I think Turkey or something. And so she goes on this expedition to find this, but she needs to go like underneath in these caves to do so. And there's only this one guy who knows how to do it. So she finds this guy and he takes her into these caves, and it's all this crazy stuff that happens. I definitely recommend you go watch that movie. I watch it, like I said, a couple times a year. I just watched it 2 weeks ago because it was free on YouTube to watch with ads. And I was like, sign me up. So that was my top 10 horror movies. Let me know if you've seen any of these horror movies, what you think. If I missed the mark on any of these, I really don't care. They're still my top 10. Let me know if any of these are your favorites as well. And yeah, recommend me some horror movies because I'm always down to watch some. I've seen some horror movies that people have recommended that are banned in the US, and I can tell you there's a reason they're banned in the US. Listen, there's a reason. So yeah, recommend me some movies. I'm down for the down, okay? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the rest of my videos for Vlogtober. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.